Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beautiful day. Today is March 24th, and we're so excited to have you here. Today, we are going to be having a great day. We just want to say hello to all of those individuals that are checking in. Thank you, Tiny Medina, for being here. And thank you, Vernon, for being here. Thank you, Janice Moreland, for being here. Shout out to William from St. Petersburg, Florida. Woohoo! Thanks for being here. Good morning to Yvonne. Thank you for being here. Michael, we see you. Thank you for being here. It's a beautiful day, everybody, and we're so thankful that you can be here today. So, thank you all, and we are so excited that you're here. Doug from Carla, Melton, Texas, and good morning to Nancy. It's so good to see you. I'm so excited. Sorry. Thank you, Melinda. We see you. Thank you, Janessa. Hi. Hello, Ray. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to go ahead and say hello. Hioho, Mitakiape, Eva Cordova, Yimachiape, Malakota, and Taos Pueblo. My Thama is Conquilla Joseph Cordova. My Ina or my Ka is Patricia Crow Cordova. I'm the sixth generation from Chief Red Cloud. My name is Ia Averill Cordova. And we are so excited to be here and have you here. I'm going to go ahead and bring on our co-host, and I'm so excited to have her here and have her introduce herself. So thank you to the beautiful and so awesome, my fly girl, my hype woman, the person that has helped me through the craziness of this. Thank you for being here.
Good morning, relatives. My name is Robin Gomez. I am a Chicana Huichol. I'm a licensed clinical social worker and the operations manager for Pukuu Culture Community Services. And I'm just so honored to be here with you all. And I'm also excited to see all your wonderful comments and likes. So thank you so much. And thank you, Averill. You know, you really make a lot of this work happen. And I'm so happy of this collaboration. But yeah, I'm very blessed to be here with you all.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. I'm super excited for being here. And we just want to say good morning. And I just want to check in with you, Robin, and see how are you? How's your day today? How is March 24th for you?
I'm doing great. I am having my cup of coffee. I love my little cup, thing one. So yeah, I'm just happy to be here with you all. And you know, did some prayers this morning, and spring is here. So it's really this time to really reflect, and I'm thinking about nature and rebirth and what that means for us, and just the reflections from the last year. And it's good. I'm feeling good. How about you, Averill?
Well, my arm is a little sore because this morning at 8:30 a.m. I got my first COVID shot. I'm really excited about that. I'm able to see the light and make one more step towards normalcy. I guess, is that a word, normalcy? But I'm just excited to have had the opportunity, and I have one more to go. So I'm excited, and I'm excited about today's show.
Thank you, Averill. Thank you for sharing. I'm actually getting my first dose of COVID vaccine this Thursday. So, I just want to thank all our community partners and everyone at American Indian Involvement for making those appointments and helping community connect to those resources. So thank you.
I'm glad that everybody that has the opportunity and wants to get the shot, that once they are eligible, it's out there, and I'm just really excited to be able to spend time with my family and my friends, and still social distancing and wearing our mask, yes, but I'm just really excited about the shot. I don't know why, but I am.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm so glad you brought that up. It's so important to continue washing our hands, to continue, distancing ourselves. Not We want to stay emotionally close. So, we want to socialize a little bit more, and having these opportunities in these type of shows to do that. But we want to stay our physical distance from people who are outside of our pods or outside of our family, because we still want to stay safe, wearing our masks. So those are all great. And, please, community, if you can, I understand that there's so many circumstances that don't allow us to. But if you can, and if you're not feeling well, try to stay home and take care of ourselves. It's so important to take care of our physical health as much as our emotional, spiritual, and also mind, intellect.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know why when I got it, and then after I got it, I sat in my car and I literally cried, because I feel like I'm protected a little bit more than what I've been protecting myself. And I'm just really excited about being able to, just be back to normal. I guess that's what I look forward to, and to be protected as well. But yeah,
Yeah,
so
absolutely. And those are the things that we can do to protect ourselves on a daily basis, right? Wearing our mask, washing our hands, trying to stay home if we can, physically distancing. But I cannot highly continue to the importance of staying emotionally close.
yeah. And whether that's texting somebody too, emotionally, like reaching out to somebody. I haven't been such a good neighbor and checking in on people, but I'm getting there. And today I'm going to have a goal to at least text 3 people. So I'm going to do that today.
I like it. I love that. I'm going to join you with you. And I'm going to text 3 people too, just letting them know I'm thinking about you, sending you well wishes. I think that's great. And I definitely invite our community, text someone out there, pick up the phone and just say you're thinking about them and send them some warm wishes.
Yes. So today, if this is your first time, let us know in the comments and put new. Today, we're going to be speaking on COVID and how we are coping, and how we're excited to partner with ICO, Indigenous Circle Wellness. So if this is your first time here, thank you so much for being here. Invite your friends, share, like, comment, engage with us. Thank you, Lily Corona. She said that she's going to go ahead and do that too. It's a great idea. So, yay, Lily Corona. Another thing is, we were talking about shots, and Lupe Lopez just put in the comments that COVID vaccine appointments are available, and as well as PPE. And I know that's in LA County and Orange County. So if you're in the California area, then contact Sean Dean. You can also get PPE materials sent to you by going to that JOT form. And then also UAII Workforce Development is having a PPE drive-through in Orange County this weekend. And there's also a possibility that you can win $100. So who needs $100? Let's raise your hand. If you need $100, put those likes. Let me know that you guys need money. I need money. $100. I can do a lot with $100. But make sure that you check out their social media and get a shot if you can. So thank you to Workforce Development.
Yes,
Doug,
thank you. I just want to say really quickly, thank you so much to Lupe Lopez Donaghy and also to Shadeen and everyone out. They also helped me with that process. I gave them a call, just very friendly. We had a good conversation, asked me really easy question. So yeah, so thank you so much for all the services and everything you're doing out here in LA County.
Yeah, thank you so much. And if you can get that shot, get it. You know, it's like the flu shot. It's one more sense of protection. So, thank you all for being here. Today's event is geared towards wellness, towards mental health, and an overview of today's event allows you a chance to win online giveaways for those that have registered to win $25 gift card to Amazon, Walmart, and Target. So, one more raise of hands to who has registered today. If you'd registered, yay! All right. If you've registered, then please listen for your name because we're going to be doing raffle soon. If you haven't registered, there's a registration link open until 12 p.m. noon today, Pacific Standard Time. So if you go to bit.ly/Pukuu March 24 Wellness, just fill out a couple of questions and be added to the Wheel of Wonder. And there's a possibility that you can go ahead and win free $25 gift card. And also be able to use your voice and share a show suggestion. A lot of the times people are saying, we want this, we want to hear this, we want to talk to a mental health. We have all of these things, mental health, wellness, those are one of our top things. And I've noticed going through the feedback is that people want to know about healthy foods and traditional foods. So we definitely are listening to you, and we want to hear your voice. So if you haven't already registered,
Yeah. And remember, relatives, the best way that we can hear your voice is by filling out that easy questionnaire for us, registering not only for giving us your time, we want to also put you in the Wheel of Wonder, where you can win a $25 gift card to Amazon, Walmart, Target, or to Safeway.
yeah. Oh, Safeway. Okay, nice. So thank you guys for being here. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you, Robin, as you talk about the next item.
Yeah, so I just want to again thank you, relatives, and collaboration and working together is really important, especially here in the wellness hour. And I really want to emphasize on wellness, and that's really our intentions. We want to give COVID information, but we also want to think about our wellness. And we want to acknowledge the Fernandanian Tatavian Mission Band of Indians, who is our main, and Pukuu Cultural Community Services, who are our main sponsors of the event. We also want to acknowledge our partners, and we just want to say partnering organizations, PAW with powwows.com, our grant funders, community partners, AC and Associates, American Indian United Involvement, COVID Response Team, and of course, today with Indigenous Circle of Wellness. So welcome and thank you so much.
Yay, thank you, Robin. I also want to also make sure that it is important that we stay connected to community, speaking on the importance of a lot of great resources in your local areas. In the local Los Angeles area, there's 211 that you can outreach to, Techint, Pukuu, UAII, Southern California Indian Center. There's all kinds of different sources that are available. Indigenous Circle of Wellness. Remember to text, call a friend, an elder. Also, invite a friend, a family member to watch not only on Facebook, but you can also watch on YouTube via AC and Associates business page. Please follow and subscribe, as we know some individuals don't have Facebook. So we do, this is cross streaming on YouTube Live. So check us out, like, subscribe. Also, other ways to stay connected to culture would be, of course, to watch us today and in April. So we do this twice a month. Again, if you're new, thank you for being here. We do this twice a month. Our next event is April 14th. So that's 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. And remember, April 14th, last year, we are going to have our 1 year celebration. Yay! I'm so excited about our 1 year celebration and about just being on here for 1 year, and that's not only because of us, but it's because of you, because you guys watch, because you check in, because you want us to continue to do this. And we've had a lot of different things, from bingo to a virtual graduation to fashion shows to all kinds of amazing different things. So thank you for those suggestions, and once again, we would love to have that happen, and we are still going to continue to do that. So remember to watch today and on the 14th. And again, register if you haven't already done so. Everyone who registered is entered into a chance to win a free online giveaway, gift cards, and it's free. And it'll be emailed to you on the email address that you sent. So thank you. But moving right along, I'm going to go ahead and turn it back over to Robin.
Thank you, Averill. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about Pukuu Cultural Community Services. We're a Native nonprofit. We were founded in 1970 by the Fernandinian Tatavian Mission Band of Indians to invest sustainable programs that bridge and improve community opportunities for the American Indian with culturally based services now and for future generations. A role that Pukuu has been able to fulfill successfully ever since. For example, Pukuu provides services for families in need, elders, and new or expecting mothers, and our disabled community with food, water, diapers, wipes, and other social services and resources that are available in LA County. This is thanks to all the wonderful resources, county resources, as well as donations from our community that has allowed us to be a source of support and connection to the American Indian community and surrounding neighbors. Our programs include OSIS, our one-stop emergency services that provide support to families and individuals that need rent, food, utility, clothing, and transportation services. Pukuu also manages Haramakna American Indian Cultural Center in the San Gabriel Mountains. It's a unique cultural center that provides culture enrichment and retreat opportunities, hiking, environmental stewardship, and other connections to the forest. So please, I invite you, relatives, please check out our website to get more information. We offer cultural programming, including our Pukuu Wellness Hour, providing COVID-19 education, partnerships with like-minded Native nonprofits to share and provide access to cultural enriching activities and opportunities, as well as wellness topics for the community. Pukuu supports jobs for elders, visibility for the American Indian community in Los Angeles to help educate and inform more about the needs of our community. Pukuu also offers scholarships to Native students in pursuing their educational goals in partnership with the San Fernando and City of San Fernando and the Fernandinian Tatavian Mission Band of Indians. We recognize the need to invest in our youth with the Tuchint Youth Empowerment Program, meaning youth in the Serrano language. This community-led diversion program has 3 goals: to increase cultural competency by providing cultural programming to our youth, reducing incarceration, recidivism via case management services, improve academic success through our tutoring services. And we also have a partnership with UCLA's Indian recruitment program that provide tutoring to our services. These are all free services that you can get for 13 to 17-year-olds, and we're currently accepting applications. Tuchint Youth Empowerment Program is our youth diversion program, aims to create social justice leaders by reclaiming our Indigenous knowledge and really focus on the holistic approach to well-being. If you or someone you know needs assistance, especially our emergency services, please give us a call at 818-336-6105. We service all of LA County. Our food resources are currently limited to the San Fernando Valley at this time. But please stay updated with Pukuu on all our social media accounts that are active on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you, Averill.
Thank you so much. So much great information. I do want to go back to one of the important things that you talked about was rental assistance. And I know I had, there was a screen up showing rental assistance, but I just want to make sure that if you need help with rent, then contact OSIS. one-stop emergency services at the number listed on the screen. It can help you. I don't know. Again, can you just reiterate it's lost just in San Fernando or all of LA County?
LA County.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So you
thank
could
you
definitely give
all.
us
And
you could definitely give us a call, see if you meet our eligibility guidelines. And we're here to support as much as we can. So please give us a call.
nice, nice. So it's about 11:51 and I have on my screen the wheel of names. I usually do it on my phone, but you know, technology and it's not working right. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up my wheel of names and do it on hopefully whenever you're ready. You're not going to see it, but I can shout out the names until we okay, get it working right. But one other thing that I want to mention as well is we have a donation from Melinda Hale. Melinda Hale is a individual in our community. She's from the Dene Nation. So if you're in from the Dene Nation, let us know. Give us some hearts, some likes, and she's donated a Easter mask. So with those registrations, somebody is going to get protected and be fashionable. And now it's time to spin that wheel.
Woo! Do we get our song? I know it's not working properly, but I just got to know if we get our song.
I know. Well, let me see if it comes up. But if not, we can do something. You know, we can sing, we can do all those fancy things that you want to do.
Nothing gets more fancier than Melissa's, sprinkler. I
I
got to give
know,
credit
right?
to Melissa from,
Yes, her
UEI COVID response team. I love that dance. That was the best.
right? Okay, so my wheel of names isn't coming up on my phone, but I have it on my screen. So I'm just gonna press the button and see who wins. Ready?
Let's do it. Just make our own music.
Hear it though? The music on my computer?
No.
Okay, so
Just
it
going along
says
with you.
Vicky Reyes. I was just moving. Vicky Reyes is our winner. Yay! Vicky
Congratulations.
Reyes.
Woo!
Congratulations. Woohoo! So Vicky
And
Reyes, you will be sent a mask from Melinda Hale, a mask protection, and it will keep you protected. It's custom made, and Melinda will be sending it to you. Thank you, Melinda. Also, thank you to everybody that registered. We're so thankful that, our community would want to gift us something to gift to you. So Melinda's an amazing cultural knowledge keeper, and she has so many amazing skills from sewing to dancing to beading to all kinds of stuff. I think she beads, but she's an amazing individual.
yes,
So,
she is. So
woohoo!
thank you so much, Melinda Hell. Thank you so much for your donations and congratulations to Vicky.
Yes. Okay, so let's do one more, three more actually, three more prizes. So the next name I'm gonna pull up, it is, here we go, the wheel's spinning on my side. Awesome. Joshua Corona. Joshua, winner of,
Congratulations,
what did they
Joshua.
win today?
They just won a $25
What?
gift card to Amazon. Woo!
Woo!
So I definitely
And
welcome you. I definitely welcome you, community. If you are a shopper on Amazon, you can choose, if you go to Amazon Smiles and choose Pukuu, if you choose to choose our organization as one of your donators, we will get a donation every time you purchase something. So thank you.
yes, thank you. So let's go ahead and go to our next item, and we'll see who the winner is. Let's see. All right. So the name that came up was Natasha Daniels.
Woo!
Yay,
Natasha! It was her birthday
Natasha.
last week. So we want to wish you a
I
belated
know.
happy birthday.
Yay.
And also, you just won a $25 gift card to Walmart.
Awesome. Okay, so we have, let's keep going. So I'm spinning the wheel right now. You'll see it as soon as. Awesome. So the winner is Zeta, Cynthia Zapata.
Congratulations, Cynthia. You just
Yay,
won a $25
Cynthia.
gift card to Target. Congratulations.
Woohoo! So was that 3 or is that 2? We need one more?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, awesome.
We can give another if
Okay,
you
so
want.
let's on to it and we'll do it towards the end.
I agree. I agree.
So yay. Okay, AC and Associates, that's me. I do my best to do different things in community. And one of the things that I always like to do is start our events or have a event start in a good way. So we're going to go ahead and say a prayer. I have my California White Sage right here that I harvested with the Tachint's amazing staff, Carrie Castro and George Salazar. So we're going to go ahead and say a prayer. That's just how we like to do things around here. Just give us a moment to say a blessing for you. So I'm going to go ahead and say the prayer. Creator, we come to you today with open hearts and open minds, thankful for the many blessings that you provide us on a minute, monthly, second basis, from the ability to walk, talk, be here today to watch this show, to have fun, to have laughs, to heal, to just be able to feel a sense of connection in whatever way that is. Continue to bless the individuals that are watching. May they be healthy, wealthy, and safe. And thank you so much, Creator, for all your many blessings. Continue to watch over those individuals that are struggling with mental health, wellness, with anything that they're struggling with. Please continue to watch them. Wrap your arms around them and let them know that everything will be okay. Ta'a pilamaya ye gracias a tiehet. Ajonasle, 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 ajonasle. Amen. Thank you for listening. Thank you for taking the time to listen. We do always like to open our shows with a sense of goodness, a sense of in a good way. So with that, it's 12 o'clock and we have a special guest. And I'm going to go ahead and bring her on. I'm so excited for this individual. She is like a superhero to me, but she's human, and I know that she does so many good things in the community. She's funny, and she is going to dance and sing and tell jokes and just kidding. I don't know if she's going to do that. Hopefully she will, but I'm going to go ahead and bring her on. And it's the amazing, yay,
Hi.
Monique Castro.
Hi, good morning, afternoon now, or late afternoon, depending on where folks are joining us from.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me. I'm funny. That's awesome. I've never thought of myself as a funny person. So that was like the best compliment ever.
Yeah,
That's
we've been
so
through a
fun.
lot. So there's definitely times when you've made me laugh, smile, cry, just as a self-healing, not cry because you intentionally hurt me, but you actually listened, provided me positive feedback, and I'm just so grateful for you. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yeah, thank you so much. Hi, everyone. My name is Monique Castro. I am Zenden Chicana, born here on Tongva territory, in Los Angeles. There's the humanist in me, right? I still get tongue twisted when I talk, especially on video. You would think a year now I've got this down. I live in Los Angeles. Grew up in Northeast Los Angeles in Lincoln Heights, where my family is from. I'm in Southeast Los Angeles now, and it's where the practice is at. Indigenous Circle of Wellness is over here in the City of Commerce. And I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and an auntie, and a partner, and a grandchild, and all of that. So I'm so glad to be here and to share with you all and just have fun. I think I was like, when you all reached out, I was like, I get to be on the show. Oh, it's like have the best energy. So I'm like, I gotta come with my good energy too.
I'm
Yay. Well, thank
definitely
you for being here.
Yes, thank you. I'm definitely seeing the comments we're getting. I'm hey Monique, I'm a Monique fan. I am definitely a Monique fan, and I just gotta say we have so much love for you in the community, and just thank you so much again for being here with us.
Thank you, thank you. Oh, look, I can see on here who's here. Hi, Melissa. Hey, Willie. So awesome.
Yeah. There's a lot of great individuals out there, and I'm just really glad that you can be here. A lot of the times, we during this COVID pandemic, during this time of unsureness, I don't know if that's a word, but that's my word. um, During this time of like, um, social distancing, social spacing, there's been a lot of depression, I guess, or times of, unsure, to be uncertain. And even I've struggled with it during this time. So I'm really glad that you can be here. I know that we have some questions that people asked in when they registered. So I don't know how you want to do it, but just have a casual conversation and maybe answer those questions as well.
Yeah, thank you for that. So exactly what you had mentioned, like there's so much in this past year that we've all experienced.
Mhm.
And some of that experience we might have noticed it, and maybe some of it's like kind of coming out now, right? Like we're noticing like, wait, I'm kind of feeling really exhausted, or I don't have the same energy that I used to. And this could be for various reasons. So there has been like a collective experience that we've all had, different experiences in that, but there we noticed like we've already noticed like a heightened increase, or at least I've also experienced this myself as well. It's like around anxiety. Like these are all symptoms of something, right? Anxiety, feeling down, feeling exhausted. Brain fog is a big one that folks are experiencing. Forgetting things, not being as quick on as maybe they used to be. So these are all things that are like symptoms, right? When we talk about symptoms as like there's something that has caused that, and we were in a pandemic, right? A global pandemic. So it's expected. So the first thing I want to share with folks is like if you're feeling any of these things, if you're like I don't feel the same as I did last January, I wouldn't expect you to. I would actually be like, oh, how, like, what are you doing that you're not experiencing any of these things? So I want to first just normalize that we are experiencing a lot and how it shows up is different. And I know we have some questions that I wanted to go over as well. Just to answer, folks might have some specific questions, and then I know we have folks online, so if there's questions that come up, if there's time, I'd like to answer as many as possible. But if not, then you can always reach out to us as well. So yeah, conversation is great. So I'm wondering if maybe a question you all might have, or something that even like your own experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you so much for saying that, Monique. And it's so true. We're in a time of uncertainty. And when we're in a time of uncertainty, so many emotions and so many things are going to come up for us in different ways. And I'm really reflecting on, what you're talking about is the brain fog, right? I'm not as fast as I used to. I can't do these things. And I really appreciate spaces like Pukuu, the Wellness Hour, things that organizations have been able to do to prioritize wellness versus productivity. And then there's some organizations that unfortunately they have to continue with productivity. So it's how do we do those things that we can protect ourselves, that we can maintain that wellness. And we do have comments from people asking for some of that information. And again, by registering and giving us feedback, we wanted more information about mental health. So we're just really excited to have you here.
Yeah, thank you. So I guess I wanted to just kind of dive into some possible tips. And I always want to share things that are ideal and realistic, right? We also know like mental health, there's mental health support out there. It also is not necessarily as accessible to everyone for various reasons. It can be location, it can be financial challenges. There's various things, but there are practical things that we can also do at home on a regular basis. And so I really like folks to get back down to like our basic needs. And I'm going to share a few of those things. And one of them is sleep, rest, right? Our brain is on all the time, especially right now that we are on virtual our interactions. It's a lot going on. Our brains are having to like work extra hard, right? So we need rest, we need naps. Some folks are like, I've never had naps before, and like maybe in this past year they've noticed that they've needed more naps. Yes, because that is a signal saying that we need to take a break, and that is how our brain reboots. Remember that our brain is like the central function of our functions, it helps our entire body function. So if this part is not getting the reboot, that we even let our phone down, right, to rest. Sometimes the phone needs to get a restart, right, or else starts glitching. We're the same as humans. We need a rest. So there's a joke, because I love sleep. Anyone that knows me knows that I love to go to bed early and I wake up early. I like 8 to 9 hours of sleep. I'm a napper. And I've always been this way since I was a child, right? And it's kind of like a joke, like, oh my gosh, Monique, going to bed so early. But I promise you that it's like really helps. So whatever time you decide to go to bed is up to you. But what I would recommend is that you really do focus on sleep, because that is the time where our brain and our body is recovering, and we need that. Now, some folks may struggle with sleep patterns for various reasons. It could be anxiety, it could be some folks suffer from insomnia, like different things that impact that. So, I think it's important to recognize what your challenges are, and then like getting support around that. But sleep is definitely one of them. The other thing is like what we put into our bodies, right? What are we drinking? Are we drinking enough water? We need to stay hydrated, right? What is our how are we tending to our physical wellness? Certain foods, and I'm so glad that folks are interested in like our indigenous foods, because that is like the most nourishing foods, right? So even knowing what that is, when we go to the market, we have indigenous foods that are also in the markets. If you're able to grow them, even better. But if you're not, like knowing what it is that we're putting into our body, and knowing what does not sit well with us. We know what those things are, right? We know when we eat something, we're like, ooh, I shouldn't have ate that. Pay attention. Your body will let you know so much, right? The other thing is that I want to mention is breathing. Taking breaths, pausing, deep breaths, is clearing our mind. It's regulating our nervous system. It's signaling to our body that we are here, we're alive, we're well, right? And I think that especially during the pandemic, when that was one of the things for so many folks that was being affected by this COVID, is our breath, right? So we know, paying attention and taking that time to our breath, and to connect with our breath, is super important. And there's different techniques to do that, right? So I'll just kind of pause there because those are a few of like the very practical things that we all have some access to, right? And if we don't, we want to like get the resources to ensure like what would it mean for me to get better sleep, readjusting certain things, right? And getting that support.
Thank you so much for that. You know, it's so important again, right? We think about our brain, but our brain is connected to that physical, and the physical is connected to the mental part of our brain that makes this connection that is so crucial to our overall well-being. And in reflecting, I'm thinking about, you know, resetting, right? And sometimes it is hard. It is hard to get those nourishing foods that we need, you know, due to prices. Sometimes they're too high. So it's a great thing that, you know, encouraging how to grow your food or other things that that we can do. But these are some practical things. Getting some sleep, doing some deep breathing. And again, you know, I do want to recommend to people, you know, those that have trouble sleeping, I think about trial and error, right? You got to just find out what works for you. Try a couple things and keep at it. And then if that doesn't work, you try with someone else. But definitely talking to someone, I think, can really help someone, especially readjusting and getting our sleep patterns aligned.
Yeah, and to also add to that sleep, this is something I ask folks, like, what is your sleep routine? Like, what is your routine before bed, right? For some folks, it'll be like, well, I'll just like until I'm tired, I just not, you know, like I said, like going until they're like, oh, time to go to bed, right? Well, we also need a routine to go to bed at night, something that lets us know it's time to transition to sleep. So like, are the electronics on? If they are, turn them off because our brain will continue to go. You know, not having your phone when you're in bed, like looking at TikTok videos or whatever you might be searching for online. Having something to help relax you for that transition. So oftentimes we hear about morning routines, like what folks do in the morning and not necessarily at night. And so I just really encourage folks to have some type of routine in the evening time, so we can get ourselves ready for that restful state that we all like need so much.
Yes, I love that. You know, morning routine or nighttime routine. That's beautiful. So we did have a couple of questions. So a couple of people wanted to know more information on mental illness. So what can you say to that?
Okay, that's a great question. So so there's a difference between having we all have a mental wellness, right? And when our mental wellness when it exceeds kind of like the normal functioning areas, and it's become where it's really impacting negatively our home life, our work life, our family life. So that is when it's a signal like our mental wellness might not be in that healthier zone. It's the area where it's now in a space where it could be a potential mental illness. So mental health, the illness is the part that it needs to be treated maybe a little bit more significantly, right? More support is needed. Sometimes the support might include medication, it includes therapy, it can include various supports for that. So how do we identify and know this? One is, are you experiencing something that is affecting your well-being in, as I mentioned, those areas: home, work, family, community life, relationships? So you're noticing that there's been a shift in those areas. And then the next thing is getting support, right? Now, one thing I do want to encourage folks is that you don't have to wait till things have become that challenging to seek support. We can seek support earlier on, even when things are great, because things are not always great. As one thing we are very aware of as humans in this world is that there's always challenges, right? So can we become equipped and prepared before a challenge arise? Absolutely, right? Versus intervening after something. So if possible, working on you always, actually not if possible, we should all be working on our wellness on a regular basis so that when challenges arise, we can manage through them, cope with them, and navigate them in a way that's in more balance, right? But also, there might be layers of experiences that might make that more challenging. And so I'll just give an example for myself, right? This past year, I've been like working a lot, like showing up, a lot of therapy sessions. There's so much going on. And I felt overwhelmed, like really, really overwhelmed by the end of the end of the year and early this year. So I had to take a step back because I started to notice that like I just wasn't able to show up for folks the way that I normally would. So I needed to tend to that, right? So when you notice that your functioning is different, you have to figure out what is needed, what is the reset, right? That we were talking about earlier. And part of doing that is needing to pause and to figure out what support is needed. So I hope that kind of answers the question. Is the main takeaway here is our mental health is super important, and then when we think about mental illness, it's we want to have that treated, right? And in order to treat that, we need to get support for that, just the ways we get support with other challenges.
Yeah, thank you so much for saying that. It's so important on emphasizing support and getting a little bit more additional support and where that can be. So I think that's something that we should really need to think about when we are thinking about treating our wellness and, versus also our illnesses as well as looking to get more support. So we had another question in terms of how to better deal with grief and concentration in this process.
Yeah. So grief is something we all experience and will experience in our lifetime, and we have maybe experienced it multiple times. And what you'll notice about grief is that it shows up differently, probably each time. There might be certain experiences, like say, for example, what I experienced when my grandmother had passed away was very different than what I experienced with my father passed away. There was both grief there, but the relationships, the memories, the different things that came up were different. The length of time, right? One of the things I really want to encourage folks to understand, and also, I'll finish this part. One thing that I want folks to understand is that grief is something we have to also be patient with, because it's not something that is, okay, I went through these steps and then it's over. No, grief can be lifelong, right? It usually is lifelong, and it just shows up differently over time. So one is being patient with what you're feeling, is acknowledging like if you have pain in your heart, like honor that pain and say, oh, I feel you. I see that you're there. I know why you're there, right? Versus oftentimes we want to push it away. Like, why am I still feeling this? Why am I still feeling this? So not to judge yourself around what the feelings are, but to know that they're there for a reason. We're humans, we have emotions, right? Now, if we need additional support, oftentimes groups with others, I know that is when my father had passed away about 4 years now. And when he passed away, I really reached out to others who had a parent who passed away, because I knew they could resonate with me. They understood what I was experiencing. So we would just talk about it. How did you deal with it? How did you handle that? How did you navigate that? And that was really helpful. It was very supportive for me. So, again, these can be groups of friends that you have, colleagues, folks that can resonate with you, that shared experience is helpful. But grief is something that I would say we might want it to go away and not to feel it. But know that it's something that takes time. And with time, that time, and there's different ways in which we start to heal from it. So not to rush it. And I also recognize that through COVID, there's different levels of grief. People are they're grieving folks who may have passed on and have entered the spirit world. There's folks who are, and it could be a combination of things, that are grieving life events that they didn't get to have. It could be, places they haven't been able to visit, like our home communities, right? Like we're grieving all of that. And so one I would say is just to acknowledge that the grief is there, and to know that there's, we think one thing we've been really creative with this past year is like how to still connect and be in space with others. So those are all helpful.
Thank you so much. And, this is why it's so vital to have these type of spaces that we're creating today. And community, I invite you also, you can go back and rewatch our last wellness video that was aired on March 10th, where we did talk about grief and loss. So again, I just want to say thank you for that. And really, it is acknowledging and seeking out support, and also those life events. I know, for example, I had my son. He's a first year. During the pandemic, he was a senior, and then he went into his first year of college, and he was telling me, like, I'm feeling depressed. I can't get out of bed. I can't talk. Like I can't. He could talk, but he just said, I feel like I can't eat. Like I just don't want to do anything. But in his mind, he was thinking, I have nothing to be sad about. And I said, yes. So being able to acknowledge he missed out on prom, he missed out on graduation, he missed out on, being with friends and going to college and getting those experiences, and having that conversation with him about all those life events. We think of them as milestones, and how he lost out of them. Then he was able to and find that support. So, and just acknowledging, yes, you have every reason to feel this way. You have every reason, and just acknowledging that. So thank you so much for those words. We did have another question. Has your number of clients, patients increased?
Yes, significantly. So in January of last year, we had a wellness team of 3 providers, myself included. We are now a team of 7 wellness providers and an overall team of 12. So that means we also have additional support staff. So the need of support and the reaching out. So I feel like the need has always been there, but the folks actually reaching out has significantly increased, because even if we were experiencing some challenges before the pandemic, we noticed that a lot of the symptoms, as I mentioned before, kind of like were enhanced, right? Or there are challenges that we might have not seen or experienced because we didn't have enough time in the past to like kind of sit and be like, oh, wait, I'm feeling this, right? They might have already been experiences that we were feeling, but it were enhanced during this time. The other is that because there's been a lot of loss and transition, there's been a lot of folks needing support. So has it increased? Yes, it actually tripled in our support. We're actually at the point where like 98% full within our caseloads right now, which means that we need to kind of even with our practice, like, do we add more therapists? Do we like, what are the next steps? Because we don't have, and this is without us taking insurance. So imagine if we're taking insurance, like, and we are going to be taking insurance soon, we don't have enough providers within the practice. So I'm really happy that folks are reaching out and they are trusting us to be their support. And I'm also aware that there's so much more support that's needed. And so we want to, work together with various organizations to like make sure that our community is being served and provided the best quality mental health care.
Thanks so much. I can definitely relate and say yes. Our services have definitely gone up, even within our own services as Pukuu being a social service provider, where we connect people to support and services, that has also doubled as well. So thank you so much. We have another question. How do I stay present in social situations?
That's a good question. It's an interesting question because I think we're all very different in social situations, right? So I think one is knowing truly who we are. So for example, like some of us are more introverted, some of us are more extroverted, some of it just kind of just depends. I would say over even this weekend, I was with a small group of friends, or like part of like a friend pod. But I hadn't really seen them in a long time, and I felt really exhausted. And it's not that they were like taking my energy, but like being physically around like more than one person, it's been a while. So it's, I think being present, there's various ways to be present. One is knowing what supports that you need. So I'm a fidgety person. Even right now, as I'm sitting here, I'm like fidgeting with my hands. But that helps me be present. So I'm not like moving around. That's just how I am energetically. So I always have something in my hand that helps me stay physically present with folks. So the same thing I do when I'm in session, whether it's virtually or in person.
So I think just knowing yourself, knowing what your limitations are, checking in with yourself, giving yourself breaks. So some of the same things that we do on our virtual worlds of like Zoom, or any of the virtual spaces, is like know what your capacity is, like what your tolerance is for different spaces, and to be clear and vocal about that too. So for example, like if I'm in like a space with folks and I feel like I'm not present, I want to say that, like, I'm noticing that I'm not that present. Like I might be moving around a bit, trying to get more comfortable. So, I think it's important for us, part of clear communication and asking and letting folks know what supports that we need. So those are some tips, but I'd say just kind of like person to person, like what we need support with.
Absolutely. So thank you so much for saying how you fidget, and you're also right now on this call. So when we do these videos, it's shown to a lot of people, and I take a lot of deep breaths. So you don't see a community, but I am constantly like pushing my belly out and just remembering to lower my voice and pushing it out, and taking those deep breaths allows me to refocus because I'm focusing on my senses. So I'm focusing on what I'm seeing, I'm focusing on what I'm hearing, right? So all those sensations, what I'm tasting in my mouth, what I'm smelling, and then of course that breath. And again, I thank you so much for saying about how taking those deep breaths helps regulate the nervous system and helps regulate our brain. Because once we're regulated up here, then the other parts of the body start to function and kind of work and do the things they need to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And our bodies know and our brains know what to do. We also need to support our body and brain to do that, right? Like we just need to be reminded of that. And again, just being clear. I just did a keynote for the UCLA youth conference, and my heart was beating so fast. And so I said, I'm going to take a pause and I'm going to take a breath, right? I'm going to take a breath. I'm going to breathe, because I noticed my heart is racing, right? And that was because I was nervous, because I still get very nervous. And so I was breathing. And then I noticed my heart rate started to go down, and I was back to regulation, and I was able to continue, right? Yeah. So, one of the things that I think is so important is that we're real about that, right? That we all do these different things, and we need, just like how are we supporting ourselves, and how are we asking for support from others in our spaces that we're in?
Definitely, and doing that by modeling. So, Averill, I'm curious, how do you stay present?
Thank you for asking. I actually do a lot of different things. I always talk about journaling because for me, I need to write stuff down so that I can see it. Like even, I think that's why I'm not good at school, because there's a lot of writing and there's a lot of stuff coming in. But, I, in the past week, didn't journal for like 3 days, and I felt disconnected. I felt like, oh my God, my life is like taking over me. But I feel connected when I journal. When you're talking about breathing, and Doug Davis also said, God, I need a breath right now. Sometimes I'll just like, I'm on here, and we're on here. Like Robin said, there's a lot of people that watch, but just making sure that we're like, okay, we're calm. And I like to also, in the last week or so, one of my best girlfriends, Jennifer Baranchek, said that her and her partner were feeding off of each other. So they were going through a situation, and she was really calm and he was like freaking out, but he took cue from her and was like calm. So like right before this show, I was like, but I had to remember, like, just be okay. It'll be okay. Like the wheel of names didn't work, and all of this stuff. But just really being able to take a breath, remember that everything's going to be okay, and getting through it. And also turning to great supports like yourself, Robin, like you, Monique. There's a lot of great people that I can turn to are actually, like I said earlier, I haven't been the best neighbor, but checking in, but people have been checking in on me, and I don't necessarily respond as quickly as I used to, because I'm like, I feel like I sometimes just need to step away from the world and just like concentrate on me for that minute or 5 minutes or whatever. But those are the different things that I do.
Yeah. No, that's so great. Thank you for sharing that, April. And like what you're sharing, even around like, not responding all the time, right? It's okay not to respond. It's okay if we're not able to check in with other folks as we used to, because we're probably also, that's part of us taking care of ourselves and being present with ourselves. And that is so important, right? Like, this is a question I think everyone should really sit with and just think about, maybe even a journaling prompt, like, what is your relationship to yourself? How are you tending to you? Right? Especially during this time. And for me, I'm very much a social person. I love, being in crowds of folks. But at the same time, because I've been working so much and supporting so many people, I don't have the same energy. So if even if we were already, it was so like okay for us to be in community, big spaces again, I might need some time to transition because of, I know that that's also a lot of energy, right? So family gatherings, those types of things. I mean, they sound like I'm really excited for those to happen in the near future, but I'm also mindful of the fact that it's like with anything, we got to ease ourselves back into it because it can feel very overwhelming. So if anyone's like maybe already in spaces with family or community, maybe your pods are growing, it feels more safe. Just be mindful of like, okay, what do I need? How much time might I be able to be in these spaces? When do I signal when it's time for me to maybe take a break, right? And also just being okay with our boundaries, right? Of like, I can't do that right now, or I can't respond to that. It's okay.
Yeah, so important. What I'm really hearing and just what I'm absorbing is learning to trust ourselves and that our body is trying to get us back aligned. It is doing what it needs to do. So thank you for that. So the next question we had was related around education. So they're similar questions, but I'm just going to kind of throw them out there because I feel like they're all connected. One was how to get and stay motivated to stay on track for school, stay motivated with school now that we're virtual, and then how do we encourage our youth to be more motivated to do their schoolwork? So I feel like those are very interconnected. But yeah, those are the next questions.
Well, these questions with like school and so like school, staying engaged virtually, it's challenging. So I just want to say, like, anyone that's in school right now that is learning virtually, it's not easy. So what I would say to folks is, even if you're sitting there so tentatively on the screen and seeing the screen, say the teacher is teaching and you're just taking notes, if your body and mind is not feeling safe, regulated, and you're not tending to yourself, you're not absorbing anything anyways. Okay. Mm-hmm. So why I say that is because it's not necessarily like if you're seated and like, how much, again, we go back to that productivity, like, oh, we're, how much produce, how am I producing? Is my class work good enough? Or I know a lot of parents have had parent conferences and they're maybe noticing that their children's grades might be going down or something like that. Like, but how is your child doing emotionally, mentally, physically? Are they well? That's the marker. I want you to just be like, that, as long as that is good, they're good, right? When at some point our brains are very resilient. So we'll be able to obtain some of that information again, right? But I know there's a lot of fear around like how engaged students are, or even like adults that are in school are with their like learning and what they're able to obtain. It's a challenging time. So check in with the emotional, physical, spiritual, and our mental health. And if that's good, then then I think we'll be much more well overall. But if we're worried about the productivity, so I was just checking in with that. Is this about being productive, or is it about how well I am? So how to stay engaged. Again, we talked about some of these things earlier around like breathing, taking naps, knowing yourself. I personally, I do a lot of work at home, and I also go into the office, but I have to change my space. So I have a very small home. My house is not very big, but I have like little areas that I move because that helps me with like my energy throughout the day. So like right now I'm in the living room and I have light from the window. It helps during this time. If I'm in a meeting, I go into another space because that just helps me stay focused there. So readjusting, I'm constantly readjusting. And I think if we are assuming that someone needs to sit in one place the whole time and then retain all this information, it actually doesn't work out very well.
I totally agree with you with regards to moving. I have tried every area in this house, and it's not a big house. And I've even tried the bathroom, which has the best light. And I can put like a green screen behind me over the shower. It's so funny. But I think all of these things are really good practices. But when somebody walks away from the shower, they turn off, what would you say is the first thing that they can start with? Like, can you just maybe do a easy breathing exercise or show somebody breathing, and that way they can walk away with that? I mean, this is all great information, and I see a lot of people, commenting about the great information, but what can we have them walk away with?
Yeah. So I can share a short breathing technique with you all that you can use at any time, that I think is really helpful. And you can do this if you're standing, if you're seated. Sometimes folks, depending on the space that they're in, maybe like, they want to just step away for a few minutes. So this is something you can kind of take with you everywhere. And so I'll invite everyone to just close your eyes and just get comfortable in where you are at in your space. If you're seated, just planting your feet on the ground. If you're standing, also on the ground. And just taking a deep breath, just like your normal breathing rhythm. So just checking in with how you're breathing. Notice your heart. You might even notice like the heart rate, the heartbeat. Just kind of checking into that. And take a deep inhale with your nose. And exhale. And in the exhale, I just want you to notice your body, any tension that you have in your shoulders. Just kind of moving that breath through your body, down to your belly, down to your feet. And just exhaling fully out, kind of giving all that breath to the earth, right? I'm going to take another deep inhale. Again, just taking the inhale and breathing and exhaling, just noticing your body, any tension in your body or sensations, just kind of exhaling that out through your feet. Okay. Another deep inhale and a big exhale. Okay, we'll arrive back. So what you might have noticed if you practice that with us is you would notice, one, the tension where it's in your body. I felt my tension in my shoulders. That first exhale, I noticed my shoulders drop. And then I noticed my belly get like more, just like less tense, right? So again, these are all things that we can do. I don't know how long that took. It probably took maybe 2 minutes or less. 3 breaths with exhales, paying attention to our body. So I hope everyone tries that out. Do it with your kids, do it with our elders. It works well for everyone.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Monique, for being here. We're so excited to have you. I know that you've done amazing work. We worked together before, and to see you go, and it's always scary to start your own thing, but like how you have been flourishing. I'm so proud of you. I'm so in awe of you, and I'm just so thankful that you would come on to our show and be able to dance and have fun and provide our community with some great information that somebody might be scared or not know where to turn to, or, just these little tips of breathing. I mean, we breathe every day. We have to breathe to live, but to take deep breaths and to feel like we're okay just by taking care of ourselves is an amazing thing. So thank you, Ta'a. Atyahet.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. We're going to go ahead and actually spin that wheel. So if you want to join us while we show our next winners, we have a whole bunch of people that are going to win different things. So do you want to stick around and join us while we spin that wheel?
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Awesome. Okay.
I love this.
So your office is out of Commerce, right? City of Commerce in California?
Yes. So our office is in City of Commerce, but we provide services throughout the state of California. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
so virtually from top of California to, pretty much within the state, we are able to provide services to everyone.
Awesome. That's great. So we're going to go ahead and go with our first winner, and I have the wheel here. So here we go. We have to dance.
Ooh! Sequoia Salas.
Sequoia Salas. Woohoo!
Congratulations.
Yeah, so she is the winner of a Amazon. There's Amazon, Walmart, Target, and the grocery one. Which one do you want to give her?
Let's go with Amazon.
Yay, Amazon. And remember when you shop on Amazon to choose Pukuu as a nonprofit so that we see some payback to us for that. Okay, here we go with the next one.
Willie Samuel. Yay!
Yay! Woohoo! Willie! Okay, so Sequoia got Amazon, and we have Target, Walmart, and the grocery one.
Let's go with Target.
Woohoo! Target, $25 Target card. All right, Willie. So we have one more. And here we go. Just one moment. Okay. Move. I'm going to shuffle it, shuffle it, shuffle it, shuffle it, shuffle it. And here we go. Baby.
Hannah. I can't see. Oh, Savannah Barrios.
Woohoo! Savannah Barrios.
Congratulations.
So we have Walmart or the grocery one.
Let's go with Walmart.
All right. Awesome. So those are our 3 items. And we just want to say thank you so much for being here. We're so excited that you can be here and provide our community with, some small information, actually big information, that everybody can walk away with. So,
Absolutely.
do you have any final words?
My final words is just thank you all for having me. If anyone needs support or even just interested in connecting with us, we are on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. Just find us by putting in Indigenous Circle of Wellness. We are always willing and happy to connect folks to services. Even if we are not able to provide those services, we always want to connect others and making sure that we have the all the information and connections that are needed. So please reach out for anything that's needed. Our team is always here and willing to help out. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Monique. So I also remember that Indigenous Circle Wellness also has a little swag bag. So I think we need to spin that wheel again and we need to dance because
Yes.
I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. Ooh, I'm about to lose
I'm
control
about to
and I
lose
think
control and I think
I
I like
like
it.
it. Woo!
I love it. Yes. We do have
Let's
a
do it.
swag. Who is the winner?
Okay, for the swag bag. Here we go.
Yeah, baby.
I think it froze. There it goes. I can't see. Oh,
But
Belinda Mejia.
congratulations. You are going to get an amazing swag bag from Indigenous Circle of Wellness. Thank you again so much, Monique, for your time, for your donation. And just, you're just such a treasure to the American Indian community and all of Los Angeles. So thank you again so much.
Thank you. Thank you all for what you do and everyone who joined us today. It's been incredible. So we love you all.
Thank you. Before you go, Monique, before you go, I have a question.
Yes.
Are you still there?
Yep.
Okay. So during November and the time where you support small businesses, you had this T-shirt where you can put a donation. And I've wore that T-shirt to different places, and so many people ask me about it. Are you selling those T-shirts, or can people come and get T-shirts by a donation, or there's no more?
No, we have some still, and we definitely are selling them. We just have, it takes time to like post it and like do all the logistics of it. But if you're interested in a t-shirt, our bags, our stickers, we are definitely we have some in stock still. So that is a reminder. We're probably going to be sharing it out on our social media soon. But either way, we have it now. So feel free to email us, and we can give you the link for the PayPal, and you can purchase one of our shirts. So our email is info@icowellness.com.
Okay. info@icowellness.com.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Yes.
okay, awesome. So we're gonna go ahead and have people contact you. Myself even, because like and one thing that happens too is how I take care of myself is I've been noticing that I've been a lot. Like picking up everywhere and doing that. And we wash dishes here with bleach, and bleach got on my shirt, so I'm definitely gonna get a new t-shirt. Excited. Yay. That's all I had to say.
Thank you for remembering that. And yes, we would love for other folks to be able to wear our shirts. We have really awesome bags and stickers. So we want to get that out to community as well. And it'll support our nonprofit. So that'll be great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks again for being here. We're so excited that you could have joined us, and have a great day. Please tell Grandpa hello from us. Go Dodgers.
Yay!
Yes, please send Grandpa our love.
Yes, I will. I'll be seeing him soon, so he'll be happy. I'm gonna show him this video afterwards. Like, look at Grandpa got a shout out on Facebook Live. He's gonna be so excited.
Yay. Hi, Grandpa. Sending you some love and some hearts.
Oh, love it. Thank you so much.
Yes, definitely,
Okay.
Grandpa. Thank you so much.
Awesome. All right. Have a good day, everyone.
Bye.
You're welcome. Bye.
Wow,
Thank
April.
you.
That was such great information, but I did want to highlight that we did get a special request from the amazing Eric Sanchez saying, sing it.
Okay, I know that you had mentioned a song, but I didn't see what that song was in the email that you had sent.
Oh, it was the song we just sang. I'm so excited.
Okay. What song should we sing?
I'm not sure. Let's see if we get any comments, and hopefully we know the words. But while we get some comments and some requests, again, I just want to, thank everyone just for being here, and to our raffle winners, and to everyone, Melinda Hale, Indigenous Circle Wellness, for giving some additional raffles for our community. But I really got a lot of great information today, so I thought it was really great.
Right. It was so amazing. We also am just very thankful. Like we said before, we definitely listen to everything that you guys say. And a lot of people were talking about mental health. So if you register with us, our next show is coming up, and it is on, it's going to be our 1-year anniversary on April 14th. So please join us at our next event. Let us know what it is that you want to hear, what it is that you want to see. Allow us to help you and help us. So I'm just wanting to encourage everybody to register for our next event, which will be on the 14th, and you can register at bit.ly Pukuu April 14 Wellness. On that particular date, we're going to go ahead and have the amazing dynamic duo, Val and Mal, from UAII. They're the UAII COVID response team, which they'll be here twice a month. I'm sorry, once a month, but we're on twice a month. And we're also going to be having another guest, the beautiful Haley from California Rural Indian Health Board, also known as CRIB. So thank you to Haley for coming on. She's going to be talking about alternative pain to medication.
Alternatives to medication. Yeah, definitely. So we're really excited to that. Alternative, ways to medication, pain medication. Another thing that we'll be talking about is emergency response, COVID. So again, we're just really, really thankful to the dynamic duo, Melissa and Val from American Indian Involvement COVID response team. And again, I'm so excited to have Haley on and just talk about alternatives to pain medication.
Right. So do you have some requests? And relax. Do you know that song?
I think I know it. Relax. Go do it. Go. That's all I know.
Me too. That's the only part that I know too. So I was gonna wait until you said something.
Like in my head, it's like
do it.
We could relax. Just do that.
Go do it. When you're running out, done it, done it, done it, done it.
Donna. Relax. Sorry, Melinda. We tried our best. This is how we're arriving today.
Yeah.
And hopefully,
I know another one. If you guys don't know, the team that I'm on is such a dream team, and I'm calling it the Pukuu Wellness Dream Team. But I know that song too. Tag team, back again. Check it the record. Let's begin. Party on, party people. Let me hear some noise. AC's in the house. So jump for joy. That's all.
There's a party over there. Party over here.
Wave your hands in the air.
And we'll stick with that.
Yeah.
We also got the Humpty dance.
Oh, girl. Eric knows.
That's all I know.
The Humpty dance is your chance to do the hump. Do the Humpty
hump.
Humpty hump. Do the Humpty
hump. Do the Humpty hump. Oh, baby.
Watch me do the Humpty hump.
Do the Humpty hump.
Awesome. Great suggestions.
These are great. And community, I want to remind you again, when we laugh, we're breathing. So get silly, get songs, sing, move your body. It's so important to move our bodies, especially right now. And I want to wish you again many blessings. Thank you so much for being here with you all, with us here.
With us here. Yes, but we've only done two of the of the online giveaways. So what we need to do one last time is spin that wheel. So we're going to go ahead and spin the wheel. We have 3 items to give away. I'm just going to go with Walmart, Target, and Amazon. And we'll go ahead and spin that wheel. So I'm going to pull up the wheel. Thank you for everybody that registered. We're going to go ahead and see who the winners are. Oh, Nathan Logan. Whoop whoop. Part of that Hale family. Nathan Logan, you are the winner of
a $25 gift card to Amazon.
Woohoo! Remember to, when you purchase your item, to check out
Sign
that.
up for Amazon Smiles. Yes, if you choose Pukuu Cultural Community Services as your nonprofit of choice, when you make donations, certain those items that qualify, we get a percentage. So thank you.
Awesome. Okay, we have 2 more items. Let's go ahead and spin that wheel.
Giovanni Ojeda, congratulations. You just won a $25 gift card to Walmart.
Woohoo! Walmart, Wally World. I love Walmart.
Woo.
Some people don't like it, I know, but I love it. Okay, so we're going to do one more and then call it a day. Thank you guys for being here. One more.
And Bigay, congratulations. You just won a $25 gift card to Target.
Woohoo! Amber Gay. All right. Yay, everybody. So we just want to say thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everything that you do in your own life, whether it's wake up, smile, we just want to say thank you for allowing us to come into your homes and talk a little bit about wellness, self-care, mental health. I was thinking the other day or just today, what are the importance of something to me? And one of those things was vaccine, which I got today. I go in a couple of weeks to get my second one. What's important to you guys is important to us, and we just want to make sure that if it's on your mind, let us know. We can try to bring it to you, and that's what the registration is all about. So thank you guys for being here. Remember to register for our next event. Help us celebrate our 1 year. We're going to have some amazing guest speakers, and just stay masked, stay safe, stay healthy, wealthy, and I don't know, wash your hands. Good job, Robin.
Remember,
is there any?
Yes, please. We need to physically distance, but we need to stay emotionally close. We when we come together, we really are able to check in on each other. Averill, I look forward to hearing that you checked in with 3 people. I'm going to check in with 3 people. And community, we invite you to check in with other relatives and just let them know that you send them some love and that, you know, you're thinking about them. And again, we just want to thank you so much for being here. Please register, because next event we are going to celebrate that 1 year. So we gotta do it. We gotta make this happen. I feel like we need to give more raffles. I don't know. We'll see what we got in mind, but please register. And thank you so much again, community. Thank you for allowing us to spend a little bit of time with you, share a little bit of the knowledge that we have, and this is our gift to you all. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you soon, guys. Be safe. Make sure that you mask, stay safe, and we will definitely see you soon.